I wanted to go to graduate school because when I was 25 years old, I didn't know any other playwrights. I loved playwriting. I discovered it in college, but I didn't know any other playwrights. I didn't have playwriting mentors who could teach me how to become a playwright. And I thought that those were the things that one could find in a graduate program. And I looked at my peers who wanted to be actors and designers and directors, and they could find jobs in the field understudying or being somebody's assistant. But you can't be someone's like assistant playwright. That like job doesn't exist. So I thought that I could learn what I would need to learn from master playwrights, expert playwrights by going to school.
I decided to go to grad school because I was working in a non-theater related job and I wasn't writing as much as I wanted to. And I knew that I needed a place where I would have the structure to hone my craft and to be in a community with other playwrights.
I really needed time and space to focus on playwriting. But for me, like it was really the right time to do it. I had a mentor before I came to grad school who was like kind enough and honest enough with me to tell me the first time that I was like, I'm thinking about grad school. And she was like, yeah, you should absolutely do grad school. I think it's a great thing to explore, but not right now. I don't think it's the right time for you. And I really, really appreciate that feedback because it wasn't the right time for me. I needed to live in the world a little longer. I needed to write another play and make sure that I was really committed to this thing. There were several things I needed to do, and I'm really glad I got to do them and feel like when I actually decided to apply to grad school and come to grad school, I knew what I wanted out of it. I knew why I was going. It felt right.
I went to grad school straight out of undergrad, and I knew that I really wanted to invest in my writing. My strategy was to look for a fully funded program that would give me the time and space to just write a bunch of samples so that I would have material that I could use to move through the award circuit and leverage into other opportunities. So for me, I was really focused on having that sort of financial stability to have space to write, and I wrote 6 plays in 2 years.
Two things that I looked for were whether the playwriting program was part of a larger theater program that also trained directors and actors and dramaturgs, because I wanted the opportunity to work with other theater artists. And then the other thing was if there were production opportunities that your play was produced, because I don't think you can really learn how to write a play until you're in the final part of the process where you're working with collaborators to put up your play in front of an audience.
Really amazing thing that I got here because I decided to come to UCSD for the production opportunities a little bit is that we also have the Weissberger New Play Festival. So I've also gotten to meet and have, dinners and lunches with artistic directors and literary managers from around the country who I really am excited to have been able to build relationships with while I'm here, that I can keep up those relationships when I leave.
Some things that I was thinking about when I applied were cohort size, so how many other students are in the program, because that's going to have an impact on how often you hear your work. And then also faculty. A program might have big names, but they may be off premiering their own plays a lot of the time. So consider how much face time is important to you. And then teaching. Some people want to teach when they leave grad school. So make sure that your program will be giving you teaching opportunities so that you can come out with student references and reviews and a history of teaching experience.
I've learned over time, definitely do not go into huge debt going to a graduate program. You don't make a lot of money as a playwright, and you don't want to start your career with a huge amount of debt.
I wish that I thought about screenwriting. Playwriting was a great path into screenwriting for me, especially because there really aren't fully funded screenwriting programs. But I wish that I had made sure to come out of grad school with a screenplay sample. I did write 6 plays in 2 years, but I wish I had written 4 plays and a feature.
One thing that surprised some people in my program is that once you're in a writing program, it's expected that you already have a voice and a point of view in terms of what you think a play should be. You're not there to learn how to write a play from the ground up, and you're not going to be given plans for constructing a play as if you're constructing a house. You'll be bringing in pages of work that you're already pretty excited about, and the community is there to help you further your voice.